Hello, beautiful sister. Welcome to this space. I am so excited to see you here, and I congratulate you for taking the time and the space for you to sit down, watch this brief video, and understanding how this potentially can change your life. So I want to just say, first of all, I am sorry. I apologize for my mistakes and my pronunciation. English is not my mother tongue, not my first language, so apologies for anything that I might say wrong. And also I have a little baby sleeping in the other room, so I hope that it's going to be fine. And if you see her popping up at some point, that's mama life, and that's how it is at the moment for me. So apart from this, I really want to say to you a big welcome to this 15 minutes webinar, where I'm going to show you how you can create your own freedom through creating your own online business. So this is going to be a very brief high-level overview. So it's not a 90-minute thing. It's like a very brief, short and sweet explanation of what I do and how I can support you to do the same as well if it resonates. And by the end of this video, I will show you how you can take the next step forward in case this is something that it's for you. So before I dive deep into it, I just want to briefly share a little bit of my journey and why you should listen and why you should care about what I'm about to tell you. And just by saying that, if I've been able to get to this point in my life where I'm actually sitting in front of my phone and recording this video for you, it's because if I've been able to, you can do this too. So my name is Virginia. I am an Italian white fox. I have been living in London for the past 2 years with my Australian husband and our 2 little girls. It has been a bit challenging, of course, but this is how it is, and that's how we all have to take it. Moving to a new place before pandemic, it has been a bit challenging, but I am so grateful for everything that I've been able to create in my life, because it has really supported me to go through these 2 past years in a very different way. So I've always been a very independent, very curious and determined person, full of dreams and with big desires. I honestly always wanted to be free and go and explore. I live in different places. I've always, been jumping everywhere and doing different things. And when I was young, that was actually my dream, being able to go and explore the world and meet other cultures and do different things. And I've also always considered myself a little bit of a rebel. I normally just do things outside of the box, and I really struggled for a long time of my life to fit in, and at some point I just gave up. I don't fit in, it's fine anyway, that's how I am. And I would also say that I've kind of been considered most of the time the black sheep of my family. So I don't know if any of this might resonate with you, but this has been the beginning of my journey. And if you follow me on social media, you might know a little bit. If you're new to this space, I welcome you. And this is why I want to give you a very brief explanation of how I ended up in this space right now. So when I finished high school, I really wanted to become a professional dancer. That was my dream. I've been dancing all my life. Of course, my dad one day sat me down and said to me, I don't think that with a dancing career, you can really pay your bills. So I really encourage you to go and get a nice degree and find a good job and, work for 40 plus years, create your mortgage, get your house, create your family, and be happy ever after. And that was like a bit weird to me, because really that's not what my sole desire was for my life. I gave up on my desire to becoming a dancer, my responsibility, that's how it went. And I decided to go to university and get a degree in foreign languages. And that was great because, of course, I've been able to, travel around and do other things in my life. But at the same time, when I finished university and I started to go around and look for jobs, funny enough, that was 2008 when the first economic crisis started. It was very hard, of course, but at the same time, there were a few things that started to pop up for me, big ones, right? First of all, the result of finding a job, and mostly in Italy, we have this mentality of finding a job and sticking to that for 40 plus years of your life. So ending up working in the same place with the same people, doing the same things every day, and just being on repeat, living your life on repeat. And that's something that really just makes me feel sick to the core. I can't do that. That's not who I am. So that was problem number 1. Problem number 2 was working for somebody else and actually trading my time, my energy for creating somebody else's dream. That was a big no-no for me. every job that I've done, and I've honestly jumped in so many different jobs, hospitality, retail, translator in trade fairs and events, hostess and babysitters and nannies and you name it, office work, corporate. I tried everything. And funny enough, every time that I was starting something new, there was the time of being super excited and super pumped. And then after a few months, I started to kind of go down the hill and feeling like trapped and feeling that I wasn't really fulfilling my soul's desire. Nothing was really fitting with me. And also, I really felt like lost and like felt that I wasn't lit up. I started to feel demotivated. I started to feel unfulfilled. I started to feel that I was, not creating something long-term for my life. And at the same time, I started to really struggle in a way with self-esteem, seeing that there were so many other people around me that they were creating these big careers, making all this success, making big bucks, creating big money and having their best lives and doing the thing that they wanted. While I was just like, when people were asking me, oh, what do you do? And I was always like, I'm doing these things, but just for now, and then I don't know. So I always felt that there was something missing big time in my life. And I had for years this desire of finding out what the heck I really wanted to do with my life. So raise your hand if this resonates with you. This has been a big thing in my life for a long time. And so while all this stuff was happening, I also started to meet and encounter women that were entrepreneurs, women that actually were creating something different for themselves, for their lives, women that were actually their own bosses, and they were creating something out of their passion and actually creating an empire and creating like the life that they really wanted. And so I started to realize that I was at ground zero here. That was me, stuck. And then I was having and looking at this image of these successful women that not necessarily they had big careers, but they definitely were doing something that was out of the box and was different, right? So I was here and I really wanted to get to this point. I just didn't know how to get to this stage. And so for a long time, I kind of struggled to fill up those gaps. And also I realized that in my family, no one before me has ever been an entrepreneur before. So it wasn't in the mentality that and the culture that I actually grew up in. It was really hard. So I didn't have anyone to talk to. No one was actually really able to explain to me how to take the first step. And also, unfortunately, all the women before me in my female lineage, they have all given kinds of up on their dreams because they really wanted to, support their family, and they were actually full-time moms, devoting all their lives to the kids, but not doing something for themselves. And that was really heartbreaking for me when I was looking at my mom having given up on her dreams to raise us kids, and then also having just my dad bringing the money home, and also all the women before me, they ended up doing the same thing. And for how grateful as I was to have had my mom full time, I really didn't see me doing the same thing. So for me, something needed to change. Funny enough, when you ask the universe, things happen. And I was 28 years old when I had the worst year of my life. I had a massive breakdown where I lost everything, pretty much my relationship, all my friendships, my connections, my job. I didn't have any money on the side saved. I didn't have anything. I ended up into a space of depression. It was really dark. It ended up being in a very heavy space, becoming suicidal, where nothing made sense anymore to me. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I wanted. I was completely lost. I think that at some point universe said to me, okay, you need to get your life back on track. So a switch went on and I said, okay, I need to take my life back on stage, and I really need to do something for myself. So at that time I was living in Italy, in Milan. That life was gone. So I really needed to start a brand new chapter. And funny enough, I decided to move to the other side of the planet. I decided to go to Australia. So I moved to Sydney. I only had one good friend, but apart from her, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know the place. I had no freaking clue of anything. And I just allowed for a new chapter to start. I was very lucky. I got a job in retail again, and that supported me to create my brand new life and giving me a visa and everything else. And I'm super grateful for that part of the journey, as well as that opportunity really showed the same issues to me that I had in the previous years. Of course, being stuck in the same place, working for somebody else, not really fulfilling my soul desire, and really not knowing what I really wanted to do. And then I became pregnant, and then I had my first daughter. Ayana came along, and she was definitely the catalyst, I would say, the line in the sand moment that for me really pushed me out of my comfort zone and really put like a big mirror in front of myself. And I had to say, what do I really want to do with my life? Because it's not just about me anymore, it's also about her. What am I going to show her? What am I going to teach her? How are you going to live your life in order to raise her in the best way possible? So that was a big push. And if you're a mama, you know what I mean. So I realized at the point that there were a few key elements for me. First of all, I really wanted to be present for her. But I didn't want to give up on me. So how do I combine the two? I didn't also want to go and work for somebody else and also take my wage and put it into childcare, because that was very common and normal nowadays, unfortunately. And also I was really aiming to create something that was really changing our situation, because I was also desperate to go home. I really need to go back to Italy after 5 years stuck in Australia. So for me, it was like, how am I able to create my own business, something mine that is really like, even if I throw all my sweat and tears and blood in it, at least it's for me, it's for my future and not for somebody else. But how can I create that and also be able to move this from Australia to the other side of the world? So I needed something that was actually flexible, right? Location free. And was at the point that that big question mark was like a big realization moment, where luckily enough in 2020 or in 2018, 2019, internet was around, right? We have been having this incredible device for so long. And I was like, okay, I need to jump in the online space. I really need to do something through the online world. Unfortunately, at that stage, I realized that I had no clue of how to do anything. I didn't have any education on the field. I didn't have any skill set. I didn't have any right mindset. Apart from the online space, also entrepreneurial wise, I had no knowledge and no know-how. I had no previous experience, no idea, no product or service to sell in order to support other people. And I didn't have anyone to support me. So I was really, how do I do this stuff, right? So I started to look online, and I actually paid for a few courses. I started to do different things, but nothing was really working. Nothing was really like flowing for me. And at that point was right the time that we decided to leave Australia and move back in Europe and relocate and have a bit of a sabbatical time. With very little saving, to be honest, we decided to live our life in Australia and move back to Europe. And was at that time that I really asked the universe again for the second time in my life. I said, please, God, show me the way. Please, universe, give me a hand, right? Show me the way that I can actually create something mine. I'm really ready. I'm really open. And I can tell you that, funny enough, after a few weeks out of the blue, this dear friend of mine in Sydney, she sent me a text. She reached out to me just saying, hey darling, I hope that your travel is going well. So excited for your new adventure. I also wanted to share that maybe it can support you to have a few extra bucks for your trips. So I want to share with you this webinar. Have a look at it and see if it can resonate with you. And I was like, wow, this is really weird. This is really intense. Like, universe is really like listening, right? So I ended up watching this webinar. It was slightly longer than this. And funny enough, that was it. This was it. This is it, right? So I ended up seeing this business model that was actually providing me everything that I needed. Everything that I was looking for was there. The education, so learning how to start this. The system, so following the steps in order to start creating something. The community, so the support that I really needed to be not feeling alone, because I really didn't want to be one of those entrepreneurs that is just out by themselves, out there not doing anything, because like everything that I try is not working and I ended up being stuck, and I have to pay extra consultant in order to help me to build this thing. And also having the right product to sell, because of course if you're creating a business, there is a product or a service that you are selling to people. And please, I want to say this loud and clear. In my universe and in the community that I'm part of, selling for us means service, okay? So we are in service to people. We're not ripping people off. We're not just talking about blah, blah, blah. We're actually helping people solve a problem and find a solution for their problem in order to have a better life, okay? So it's really being able to give something back to the community. And of course, because you're helping somebody solving a problem that they have, you are paid back. And you are very nicely paid back, making very nice money and very good income. So What I'm talking here is not any coaching business, it's not a crypto business, it's nothing like that. What I'm talking here right now to you is actually a low risk, so there is not hundreds of thousands of dollars for you to needing to invest as any other business that you might look around out there. Is not like something that will put you on a hook that you're going to struggle to start it with. Is a very sustainable, very stable, is a long-term project, and has been proven to work over and over again for years, okay, for decades in fact. So very much, you know, if you start to look in the online space, there are so many different options, so many things that you could do. The issue is finding the right one that actually can tick all these boxes. And luckily enough, I've been able to find it. And this is why I'm here to share with you today this opportunity, this formula, and this business model. And for me, what the online space means is that working and having created my own online business, I've been able to create freedom, time freedom, location freedom, money freedom, so I can work in the pockets of my time. I can do it from anywhere. I just spent a month in Italy seeing my family. I was supposed to stay there for 10 days. I decided, no, I'm gonna stay a month. And I have money freedom as well, because I'm not limited to a certain amount of money that I can make every month. It's really up to me how much I want to make. It's related to how much I'm going to work, right? It also, all this freedom, it has really supported me in having a better health, a 360 in my life, better physical health, better mental health, better emotional health, better financial health, and also having connection. I am a very people person. I love and I need humans around me, and I am so feeling grateful to have had this community around me for 3 years now, and mostly over these 2 past years of pandemic has been a blessing, seriously. The other big thing for me that has been stepping into this space, it has also been related to the personal development journey that I've undertaken for myself. So these past 3 years have really helped me to really create a different mindset for myself, stepping into the entrepreneurial universe mentally, working on my money story that was really crap, so allowing really myself to receive money and seeing that I am able to create financial freedom and financial health, and I deserve it and I'm worthy of it, right? And has really made a big impact on my self-esteem. So this has just been an incredible journey, not just to make a business, but really to transform my life 360 degrees. And this is not just me. Please believe me, in this community there are almost over 5,000 people, and the stories of success and transformation and incredible experience that people are having are hundreds and hundreds. So there are women that actually have been able to retire their husbands. There are mamas that have been able to put down deposit for their houses. There are families that have been relocating to Bali, to Costa Rica, buying their lands and creating communities and eco-villages. There are women that have been able to create movements out of their passions and dreams and really making them come true and alive. So it's seriously mind-blowing. And here we have Indy. So in my case, my big vision is really to become the first woman in my female lineage to create something different for myself, to become fully financially independent, to really support my family, like buying a piece of land, creating our own house, and really supporting things that I really and deeply believe in, and projects that really can make an impact out there in the world. So what I'm talking to here right now is a three-step formula, okay? It's a business model that involves, number one, monetizing your social by creating your personal brand, leveraging platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever resonate with you. And instead of being a consumer, like being as 99% of people scrolling endless hours every day on those socials, is really becoming the creator. So sharing value, sharing things that actually can improve and help people's life. And of course, this is not becoming an influencer. This is not anything to do with having a big audience or make it up something that you're not, or even spamming product or services every day on social media. This is very much like starting where you are, sharing your journey, your passion, your values, being who you are, and people will start to follow you because you are authentic. You're really sharing your journey, and people will resonate with that, and you will attract people that are like you, right? So you are going to leveraging attraction marketing, and the beautiful thing is that you're going to work with people that you like. You're not going to have colleagues that you can't stand, right? So this is actually another big plus of working online, because you choose who you want to work with. Number two, you need to monetize your social. So how do you do that? You definitely need to provide a product or a service that is actually solving people's problems, as I said before. And in order to do that, you need to have something that it's working, something that people need, want and love, and also something that is paying well. In our case, what we are leveraging inside our academy and our business model, we have decided to partner. So we are leveraging affiliation marketing. So we have partnered with this 47 years old Japanese company, which is an incredible solid company that is present worldwide, which is creating ionizers. So this is an incredible water technology that is actually helping you, others, and the planet to improve our lives every day. So is based in the health industry, so it's definitely something that nowadays, even with this current worldwide situation, is still growing, is still seeing a lot of success, and it has grown in the past 2 years incredibly well. And also what you want is having something that is a high ticket offer, so it's something that actually pays you a high commission, and this is opposite to something that is low ticket, a low commission item. So for example, if you're selling those and they cost $20, you might be able to earn like $5 out of it. So if you want to make 10K a month, which is actually my goal for 2022, how many of those do you need to sell? Compared to something that is high value, so high ticket, high commission, which might be able to pay you $2,000 per product. So you only need 5 of those a month to make 10K, right? So of course, any disclaimer here, you need to work in order to make this system function. But at the same time, the beautiful thing is that you are very well paid, and also you are leveraging automation. You are leveraging system, which is number 3. Number 3 is like leveraging this academy and this platform that I have partnered with, and so many other people have. And number 1 is providing you with the education. So you're going to learn the skill set, and you're going to improve your mindset, and you're going to grow as a person in order to become the best version of you and being able to create a very attractive personal brand out of who you are. Number 2 is you're going to have all the back end sorted. So you are going to be the front end, and the platform and the academy is going to be the back end. So website, funnels, tracking tools, webinars, mentorships, everything is already done for you. So you don't have to do anything of that stuff. And on top of that, what you're going to have is incredibly having a sales team that is going to do your sales calls and closing your contracts and making all the paperwork for you. So you don't have to do anything of that stuff, right? That's exciting, isn't it? Yeah, I'm excited too. So plus, you're going to have the chance to work with coaches that are like 7 and 8 figure coaches, right, in this space. So people like Preston Smiles, people like Melanie and Layer, that are going to share values every month with masterclasses that normally is like thousands and thousands of dollars to access those people. So what is the next step that I'm going to share with you? The next step very much is like, go and check it out. Go and have a look at this platform with me, okay? And see if actually this resonates with you. And you're going to have access to a powerful discovery process that is going to show you where you are right now, where you want to go, what is actually your vision, what do you want to create, and actually support you to fill up those gaps and showing you how you can get to that point and to create what you really want in your life. Number 2, and I'm looking at my notes because I have a big baby brain, and I have a very, very interesting little baby here now with me. So number 2 is a one-on-one 45 minutes call with a digital business specialist that is going to support you, answering all your questions and guiding you through how you can really make this work for yourself and how to start in the best way possible. And number 3 is access to a Launch Your Business course, which is actually step-by-step guiding you through what are going to be the next step to really make this start in the best way possible for yourself. So all this is part of the automation, and all this is stuff that you will actually have access to support other people to start their own journey once you decide to start this as well. Okay, so normally to have access to this, it's $99 US. At the moment, we have a special offer for 14 days, which is $22, which is actually 7 coffees, right? 7 coffees to have access to all of this for 2 weeks. And then you can decide if this is for you or not. Also, we're giving you a 24-hour special bonus. So you're going to have a video run by one of the most successful women in the community, which is actually one of the founder of this platform, that is going to break down how to make your first 6 figures with this business, how to start in the best way possible. So that's a very incredible bonus that you're going to receive if you sign up in the next 24 hours from watching this video. And if what you see it doesn't align with you, is not for you, no problem at all. You can cancel anytime. You can actually jump out and no question asked. It's totally cool. But if what you see is for you, what you see is resonating with you, then I am so excited to welcome you on board of this new adventure. We are so pumped to have you here. I encourage you to reach out to me in the chat that we already had and ask me for the link to jump on the academy and see and check it out for yourself. I welcome you on this journey, whatever decision you're going to take. I wish you well, and I can't wait to see you on the other side. Bye for now. Bye.